Hello my friends, Liberty Garden, second video of the day. It's about 16:35, 4:35 Central, and I've been here since about 7 a.m. 7:30ish or so. Anyway, I got those cows loaded this morning. They took off, and then I came back here to the fence to keep on fencing. So this fence was all on the ground. It was laying on the ground. A lot of the T-posts are still laying on the ground. I picked it up with the fence stays and everything. So it's got a bunch of fence stays. I just picked it up and I pulled it about 100 yards down that way. I tied it to a honey locust, stapled it in there, and I pulled it from here. From this brace that I had made. I made this brace last year. So it's a 4-strand fence. I'm putting the bottom strand. I made a patch because I've been making patches all over the place in this fence. It's all rusted and stuff, but they can still hold. There's a big nasty creek on that side, so I don't think the cows are gonna be putting much pressure on it just to see what's in the nasty creek over there. Again, they're cows. So I'm leaving the bottom strand, and in between the bottom and the third strand I'm putting another one. I like 5 strands. This one was a 4-strand fence, and I always like to put the new strand right here, right there, the second strand. I always like to put new wire on the second strand if it's an old fence and I have to replace wire. It's right there because see these wires here, these 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they don't take that much pressure from the cow. I mean, the cow's not going to try to stick its neck over here, or here. It's going to try to stick its neck right here, right there, to get to a little piece of grass on that side or something. So that's why I like to put the new strand at the second wire, and that's what I'm going to do, because that's where the most pressure on the wire is. And if it's an old wire, they can break it. Then once they break it, they start getting curious, and it's no good. All these strands, these rusty strands that are up here, they don't really take any pressure other than the pull that you make on. They give them, but the cow's not really going to put any pressure on them. I mean, they'll jump it, or they won't jump it, but they're not going to lean on it. I don't think it's got barbs, but it's that little second strand where they stick their neck out. And they get pretty strong necks. Anyway, so I'm gonna go remove those T-posts that are leaning there, and I re-put them in there, re-put the T-post, and just anchor a few of them just to keep it standing, leave it standing, and then I'll come back and finish it next weekend. It's about 100 yards, so not bad for a day of work, I think, if I may say so. It's a lot of work. This fencing stuff is. This fencing is for young guys, believe me. You can pay a fencer, pay them. They earn their money. But anyway, yeah. So it's got a lot of fence stays, and I think the guy that was here before, he was spacing out his T-posts quite a bit, trying to save a little money on with fence stays. See, you see, we got a bunch of fence stays, and there's some T-posts here in the ground that some of them are bent. I'll put them on a tree and straighten them out. But that's about it. So I'm gonna get to that, and until next time, folks. Here's another big patch that I put here. And then I put some new wire there. It was all rusted. I think that piece of wire was buried in the ground. So the hardest part is really over, which was getting this fence up. The rest is just putting some T-posts down and clipping it, and that's about it. But the hard part was getting it off the ground. You know, it's got weeds and roots and nasty stuff coming out of the ground and stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, folks.